Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another Red Talk. Saeed, we telling me, fam?
Bro, I'm active. I'm active. You know what I'm saying, bro? Old Trafford tonight. We know what the score's gonna be. We know what the result's gonna be, and you know what I mean. The sack is inevitable, bro. You know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, man. Other than that, I'm good, broski. Hope you lot had a good Christmas and that. You know what I'm trying to say to you. And yeah, man, we outside, man. We outside. What you
Yeah,
telling me?
100%. I'm good, bro. It's on the horizon, you know. It's on the horizon, bro. The end of the sky, bro.
Yeah,
And I can't lie, bro. I'm looking forward to it, fam, because it's one of them things where it's a new era now. Whether we got what we wanted
yeah,
or
yeah.
not, it's a new era now, innit? Now this is where these man need to put their money where their mouth is, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
There was all this chat about what Ratcliffe said he was gonna do and this, that, and the other. All right, cool. Show and prove now, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Because we've seen all the
Yeah,
chat, we've seen all the dreams that these
yeah.
men have been selling about who's gonna come in, what's gonna get done. The more I've read up on it, the more I saw something where they basically said that they're gonna bring in a DOF, but they're also gonna bring in an expert with recruitment. So they're bringing in two people on the
Yeah,
recruitment side, not one. So
yeah, yeah. Two.
so they're saying it's going to be Mitchell and Ashworth. If
Yep.
that does happen, that's big. That's very big for the club.
Benefits United, man. A
Oh, it's
lot of
big for the
people have
club.
been. I feel like a lot of people are just being negative towards it for no reason. Listen, everyone has their own reasons, but for me, I can't see, and I stressed it yesterday. I stressed it so many times here. Man United need football structure. We ain't
Yeah.
got the owners that we wanted because at the end of the day, the Glazers aren't going to go now. They want more money. You get me? Until they negotiate that, the best we can do is have football structure. Bro, we've been talking about why is our recruitment so shit. We've been talking about how people giving contracts, etc., etc. These men are going to be making football decisions because they're
Yeah.
footballing people. I just
Yeah.
don't know how that is not a benefit to Man United in the short term. Listen, there's no point thinking long term right now because Man United are not going to be that club that are going to be winning league titles. I'm talking about bringing a manager in who plays a style of football, who plays entertaining football, and then bridges the gap slowly and slowly and slowly and makes football decisions. I don't understand how that's not a benefit. Get Murto out. Richard Arnold's already gone and you get footballing people in. I don't how's that not a benefit to United? I don't
Nah, but you know
understand.
what it is,
It's
Saeed? What you
crazy.
got to understand is with a lot of these guys, yeah, they're emotional. And that's all it is. A lot of people are like, all right, cool, we didn't get what we wanted because what you need to understand about a lot of these fans, it's not about Man United getting better. It's about having bragging rights over fans of other clubs. Them man wanted to get the Qataris in, yeah. Simply so
Yeah.
these man could chat rubbish to other teams and say, oh, we
I
got
wanted
more
the
money than
Qataris.
you
You
and all
wanted
that.
them.
So did I. So
Yeah.
did I. But bro, the reason why I wanted them and the reason why other people wanted them is not the same. It's just the same
Yeah.
reason why, yeah, a lot of Man United fans, we can lose a game, but then they'll be like, oh, Rants, Arsenal lost. And that's like, bro, why do you care, fam? Like, we lost. You know, like that. Everyone's always focused on
Yeah. We
stunting on
lost.
someone
Yeah,
else
facts.
and, oh, my team's better than your team. My
Mm.
player's better than your player. My team's got more money than your team. Bro, listen, bun all that. Bun all that. None of that
Yeah,
matters, innit?
facts.
The bottom line is, yeah, we need to try and look for the positives, yeah, from the moves that are being made because we didn't get our first choice. But even so, when you dissect our first choice and why we wanted the Qataris in the first place, it was because they said they were going to clear the debt. It's because they said that they had enough
Yeah.
money to build a new stadium. But all of these things are wants. They're not needs. They're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
needs, bro. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need a new stadium. We just need to refurbish the stadium that we already have. Ratcliffe's pledged 300 million for that. That's enough.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But you know
enough,
what it is as
bro.
well though? It's the next best thing that could have happened. You know what I mean?
Well,
Nobody's
exactly. What would
saying
you
here
rather
that,
kept things the
you
same?
know, well, that's what I'm saying to you. This is what people don't understand. We could keep things the same and we can moan about it and we could say whatever, whatever. Yeah, the Glazers are still here, but like I said to you, they're bringing in footballing people like you said there before, Dan Ashworth, Paul Mitchell. They're bringing in these guys. So then the guys that were failing beforehand and you lot were moaning, why did you buy Anthony for 90 million? Why did you buy certain for 90 million? This is why we're not going to see that anymore because we're going to have people that are making football decisions. So then one player, then we get another profile, and we have a network of players. Be like, right, we've got a similar
Absolutely.
player here. This guy called Bakayoko is worth this amount, and this player here is worth that amount. Who do you want? and they assess it like that. You don't just assess it. Oh no, we have to get this guy. We have to by any means necessary. No, you don't do
Mm.
that. Then you get shagged. You know what I mean, bro? Like so, football decisions so crucial at Man United, bro. You know, we've made commercial decisions. We're making money, bro. Who cares about making money? Because that's not in my pocket. But you
Mm.
see, football pitch, that's in everyone's pocket. That's in everyone's minds. You get me?
Yeah.
Because what you see on the football pitch is a reflection of the fans' moods. But everything else, bro, who cares about Man United making revenue shares and whatnot? Nobody
But
cares.
none of that matters. And like, when people are complaining and they're saying the stadium and that, bro, my man's pledged 300 million, yeah, for the stadium. That's all we need, bro. Like, bruv, man, the
Yeah, yeah.
outside of the stadium looks fine, bro. It's literally the inside of the
It's the
stadium
inside.
looks aged, bro.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the
It's
thing
true.
is, from
It's
the
true.
outside, it looks great, innit? But you go inside, it looks
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
300 million's more than enough to fix the inside of the stadium. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what do you, man, want? It's like, we got to understand, yeah, there's wants and needs, bro. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's wants and needs. People are crying because, all right, cool, we never got the Ferrari. Like, who cares, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, who cares you didn't get the Ferrari? Man could get a nice Audi, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And just you might be a cash. You know them ones there. All the extra stuff is nice, but it's not a necessity, innit? Like the stuff on the pitch is way more important than the stuff off the pitch for me. Do you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because when Man United were winning, yeah, people weren't complaining about the stadium, bro. The stadium's needed work for many, many, many years, bro. But
Bro,
when we were winning, no
since
one was
Fergie
talking
days.
about it. Exactly. But no one was talking
Since
about it when
Fergie
we were
days.
winning. Do you know
No.
what I'm saying? And this is the problem with a lot of these fans. 300 million is more than enough to fix the stadium. More than enough for repairs.
Yeah.
People complaining about that, saying, "Oh yeah, the Qataris had enough to build a new stadium." Cool, but they're in charge of PSG, and since they've been at PSG, they ain't won no Champions League. They ain't built a structure at PSG for them to be producing top players or anything like what Man City are doing, bro. They're just spending money every season and barely winning the French league. That's what they're doing.
Huh?
So cool. Like it would have been nice to pay off the debt to have them, but there was no guarantee that they were gonna come in and put the structure in that was needed in it. So it's one of
Yeah,
them
you
ones.
know what? That's a good plan. That's a good idea, then, because you got to remember they might have had the money, but they might not have had the know-how. It's like it's one of them. Like you got to be street smart in life, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? You could be
100%.
smart all you want, yeah, but if you're not street smart, you're not streetwise in life, bro. You won't know certain things and how to hustle your way through life and that. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I feel like it's one of them, yeah, where yes, it was good and we've got unlimited money and whatnot, but like I said to you, man, the idea of football structure needed to be in place as well. And the fact that we are going to get that football structure, it's just going to bridge the gap a little bit, man.
It
And
will.
that little bit is something. It's better than nothing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
It's
bro,
better
it's
than
way better
it's better
than
than
nothing,
nothing.
bro.
Well, there you go. Exactly. And I feel like for me, having a manager that dictated the whole transfer window, because that's what he really did. He bullied John Myrtle and them because he said, yo, I won't join your football club unless I get majority say on the transfers. And John Myrtle and them man said, yeah, you want Anthony? How much you want it for? We'll get it for you no matter what. And Ten Hag was like, yeah,
Bro,
whatever you
they
think.
didn't want Anthony. They didn't want Amrabat,
Well,
bro.
there you
Like I
go.
read something somewhere where Man United were looking at him and they didn't rate Anthony above 25 million, bro. And we still
But
ended up
that's what it was.
ended
Yes.
up spending 80 something million. Like we overpaid for him massively against the wishes of the club because the manager wanted him. Like same with Amrabat. The
But
reason why we
also,
didn't
man, the
pay
star
money
said
for
it.
Amrabat, we
Yeah.
didn't pay money for Amrabat. We ended up getting him on loan. The manager wanted to buy him and the club were like, nah. So we ended up getting him on loan. So there's a lot of things that he's done against the better knowledge of people at the club, in it. But they gave him what he wanted, and he's shown that he can't be trusted. So
Yep.
it's one of them things where he needs to go alongside this little clean sweep that we're doing. He needs to be another one that goes, and I believe he will go. Do you know what
Broski.
I'm saying?
They're there today anyway. They're there tonight. I think Bresleford is there today. Um, yeah, yeah,
Brailsford's there, and
yeah.
I think they're
Brailsford's
all
there
gonna be
today.
there. I think they're all gonna be there today. Maybe not Jim, but the rest of the man them will
Yeah,
be
not
there or
Jim, but his
thereabouts.
delegates. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
His people are gonna be there. He's gonna be, when you're there to watch, what's going on. That's what's gonna be happening, mate. You get me? They're gonna be right. Yeah, yeah. Listen, this guy is the guy. You get me? Like not just even the results side. They're gonna look at the style of play, the way we perform. They're gonna be looking at everything, bro. Not just the result as well. So listen, man. They're gonna be watching it and they'll be making their notes, and then they'll go back to Jim Ratcliffe and say, "Yo, listen, brother, let's get analyzing who we want to bring in." And it's down to them. This is what I'm trying to say. When Man United fans say, "But who do you want to get, bro?" guys, it's not about what we can have preferences in life. I can say I want a Ferrari, but I may not be able to afford a Ferrari now. I'm gonna have to just deal with a little Ford. You get what I'm trying to say to you? Like,
But that's what I'm saying. But it's not
you have to
even a
set up for
Ford
what you
thing.
can.
It's like, cool, you can't get a
Yeah,
Ferrari, but you can get a nice little Mercedes Benz and that. Man can get a
there you
Mercedes,
go.
bro. I'm cool with the Mercedes.
Yeah, you're cool with that. You know what I mean? So these owners, the structure will choose whatever they want to bring in. We can have a huff and a puff and we can say, yo, listen, we don't like that appointment, but they're there to bring whoever in. And that's why I'm
Facts.
like, United fans, oh, bro, but who are you going to bring in? Who's Broski? Don't matter, bro. This man
Yeah,
needs
bro,
to
that's
go.
not what we
You know,
get
it's
paid to, and
deflecting,
that's
all
not
right?
what we get paid to do, bro. We don't get paid to make these decisions, Saeed, and this is why I hate, I hate when people do this in life. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it don't make no sense.
Yeah,
It don't make no sense. The
facts.
relationship's not working out. End it. You know,
End
like
it.
that. It don't even make no sense. Man are like, oh yeah, but who you gonna get, bro? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
Don't
that.
worry
Just know
about
that
that.
man can't live. I can't live in this situation no more. You know, that's all
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
matters. All this all about who's next, bro. That's not my concern right now. My concern,
You know what they
is
say?
getting rid of the dead
Yeah.
weight, fam. And he's dead weight.
Yeah, yeah. They'll say, "Oh, but this girl, she's the best thing that's ever happened to you." No, we move on. You know
We
what I mean? You know
move.
that one's there. She used to do a lot for you. Nah, but we move on. You know what I mean? You don't worry about what you've left behind. Worry about what you're gonna look forward to, innit? You feel me?
100.
And that's how you go in life. Imagine dwelling on everything in life, yeah. Every decision that you make, bro. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving on, bro. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Like minor setbacks, major comebacks. That's how it is, man. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like for me, yeah, that I think it's, you know what it is though? It's to comfort people. The fact that you don't have a plan or the fact that they're going to mock you in terms of what you're going to say next year, then it makes
Yep.
them feel a bit better. And it kind of enables their argument to say, you know what? Now we should stick with Ten Hag. No, we need to move on. Because that means then you're just keeping what's happening there. You can't have a roof that's leaking and be like, yeah, no, because I don't have a solution. I'm gonna keep that roof leaking. No, you have to fix the roof. You know
You
what I mean,
gotta
bro?
fix the roof, cuz you know them. You
Fix
have
the
to
roof,
fix
bro.
it. You know, like that. It's like
Simple.
it doesn't make no sense. You fix that, bro. You make that a priority. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. We need to make a priority replacing this manager. Because it's easier to replace one man than to replace 15 man. You know, like that. And
There
like
you go.
even the reason why I left the Alanga thing on the screen before, guys, is because remember when man was saying to me, oh yeah, like Rashford's dusted and all these other things. Listen, let me tell you something for free. Rashford's a better footballer than Anthony Alanga, yeah. And Anthony Alanga is now playing at a team in a system where they're utilizing him in a way where at
Revisionism,
least.
man. Come
But
on,
that's
man.
what I'm saying.
Revisionism's mad.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not because
revisionism's mad.
Alanga's good. It's not because he's good, and that's what I'm saying. What people don't realize is in football, and especially modern football, because it's so structure orientated, you don't have to be an absolute world beater, yeah, to put up good numbers and to have little good spells, bro. You just need to be put in a system, yeah, that favors your skill set, innit? That's all you
Yep,
need. And then if you've got a good
yep.
coach as well on top of it, it's an absolute bonus. That's just all it is.
Bonus.
Rashford ain't had a coach
Yep.
yet since Van Gaal. Neither has Martial. Neither has a lot of these players, bro.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like even when I look at Mason, bro, it's like, bro, he done all of that without a coach. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah. It's
saying?
mad.
Imagine if
That's
he
why you
had a
got to give
proper.
it more credit.
Imagine if he had
Yeah,
a
I know.
proper coach. Do you know what I mean? Imagine
Yeah,
if
yeah,
these
yeah.
youths had a coach like Van Gaal that was actually nurturing them
He only had Ollie
and
in it.
bringing
He
them
only
on.
had Ollie in
Exactly.
it.
But that's what
Ollie.
I mean. Ollie
Yeah,
ain't no
yeah.
coach, and he said it himself.
No,
Like Carrick and
no, he
McKenna
was
were
vibes,
there.
man.
Do
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And
And
you know
that's
what it
what
is
I
with
mean.
Elanga? He ain't got no kind of natural ability. All of it, like I said to you, he's
It's just
athlete.
athleticism.
Bro,
That's
this
it.
guy's an
Can't
athlete.
ball. He
He
can't
is an
ball, bro.
athlete, bro. And you know what? But the thing is, I'm happy for him. He's a good kid, in it. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of them.
Yeah.
You go into a different environment. You get me? He never really had a massive skill set. He was quick. You put him in behind, yeah. He had speed, etc., etc. That's what it was, man. He's gone to a
Yeah.
different team with a different skill set, with a different mentality, and that's all it is, bro. Fair play to him, but what happens at United is different, man. You got to be mentally strong. When you don't beat a man, it gets into you. You start then crumbling, bro. Pressure is different.
Yeah, but
You
it
get me? At
shouldn't,
different
and
clubs.
but it shouldn't though,
Yeah,
and that's what I mean. Is because these guys are not being nurtured. Because if you're a player, if you are a player that you know that one of your main strengths is 1v1s, yeah. If you try and get past the
great
guy
on it.
one or two times and you
Yeah, yeah,
don't get past them, bro, you keep going because it's like
yeah.
one thing that comes with that style of play, yeah, is the belief that you can
Yeah.
just keep doing it, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't get your confidence by going past players. You get your confidence by waking up in the morning, putting your boots on and stepping on the pitch. That's what it is. If it doesn't work, yeah, that you
That's
just
facts.
keep going, bro. Because if that's who you are and that's what you do. Because if you look at, for instance, yeah, you compare that to someone like Kevin De Bruyne. Does he stop trying to play that pass because the first, second, third, fourth pass doesn't
No.
hit? Keeps trying to play
No.
that pass. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't say, oh, you know what, I've given the ball away the last 2 times. I'm just gonna keep it simple. He's still going
Oh,
for the
yeah.
pass.
Like, he's
You
still
know,
going.
like that.
Yeah.
He's still going for it. And the thing is, when you're a dribbler and you're a 1v1 player, you gotta have that same mentality. It's like, yo, I am here. This is my purpose, innit? So cool, it hasn't worked first, it hasn't worked the second time. Of course, you got to vary your game and maybe keep it simple, like bounce the ball back to where it came from a few times, show a few different looks. Do you know what I mean? But ultimately, yeah, you have to believe in what you do. If that's your thing, believe in it.
Facts.
You know, like that.
Yeah.
So when I see in players, yeah, like when I was watching the last game and I see 17 having an absolute mare, yeah, and it's like, bro, like you can't get past your fullback. And you could
1v1, terrible.
visibly see
Terrible.
the confidence just draining out a man's game, and then everything just fell apart. Everything,
Yeah.
not just the 1v1s. The first touch disappeared, the passing
Yep.
disappeared, everything disappeared. Do
Shooting.
you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Everything just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
disintegrated, innit? And that should never happen. That should never happen.
No.
If you're a proper footballer, yeah, that should never happen, bro. You gotta understand, yeah, that when you're in these 1v1 duels, yeah, it's a legit 50-50, bro. It is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't become a 50-50 when you're exceptionally talented. Like a young CR7, yeah, when he was dribbling at players, it wasn't a 50-50. Most of the time, it was probably a 70-30
He knew.
in
He
his
had that
favor.
number.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was
had
a
that number every
70-30
time.
in his favor. Like, if it's a legit 50-50, then it's not your thing. I can't lie. If you're a dribbler and you don't get past players more than you get past players, you shouldn't be a dribbler. That's not your thing. That's not your bag.
Girlski.
That's not your
You know, it's
bag.
not dead.
I'll be real.
The thing is, yeah. But the thing is with me though, every single one of our wingers that are playing right now all play the same way, man. It's so irritating, man. Like you know what it is, yeah.
It's
At
because they
least
have
you
no
have-
direction,
Look,
Saeed. They have no
yeah,
direction.
I know, no direction. It's just vibes up front, yeah. But the thing is, yeah, you've got to have a balance, man. You know what it is with certain wingers, yeah. Maybe on one side you have a different type of winger that runs in behind his pace. It's like Bayern Munich. Coleman is more of a running in behind is quick and whatnot. Then at least Sane, different type of winger who likes to dribble, a bit more technically secure, etc. Bro, I'm seeing the same dynamic on one side and on the other. It's actually tiring to watch, you know, man.
Yeah, but that's because
can't
no
beat them,
one. The
man.
manager should be the manager either needs to pick different. The manager
Yeah,
needs to pick
exactly.
different variations of attackers, yeah, or he needs to direct these guys, bro. And this is why I say, yeah,
And
it's
you ain't
like,
seeing that.
why he hasn't tried Rasmus on the right wing?
Broski,
Why?
he's a winger now, man. I'm telling you now. Put him on the right wing, man. That's why he was playing for Atlanta most of the time, man. Put him on that right hand side. Get him off the shackles of flipping being a WWE wrestler, man.
Bro,
I'm
I can't
tired of
lie.
this
I feel
guy.
like Oli would have tried it. I feel like Jose would have
Yeah,
tried it.
everyone.
Remember, we even tried Lukaku on the right. Like, remember, because
Bro,
he can cross, bro. You know, like that. Like,
Yeah,
it's like at least Jose tried the thing. At
Bro,
least
Lukaku
Jose,
was one of our best crossers, you know. Lukaku was
bro,
an
Lukaku
absolute G
can
at
cross,
crossing.
bro. If he can do anything, he can cross a football. He can't do anything else, but he can cross a ball, bro. Do you know what I mean? And a
Yeah.
lot of the time, strikers know, yeah. Strikers know where to put the ball. They always know where to put the ball.
Yeah.
Ollie could cross as well.
Yeah.
When we used to play Ollie on the right wing, because there was
He
one
was on the
point
right wing
where
half of the time.
yeah, we played Ollie on the right wing in games where we needed a goal, and bro, like he could put the ball in these dangerous areas because these men know where they want it. Do you
Let me
know
tell
what
you
I'm
a better
saying?
one. Wayne Rooney, did he start off his career up front? Bro, he was playing on the he was
playing
accommodating
on-
Ronaldo and them, man. He was playing
Yeah.
on the wings half of the time, man.
He was.
Ronaldo, the manager was like, you know
Because
what?
Ronaldo needed a
Aim,
free
aim.
roll.
Ronaldo needed a free roll, and the manager said, "You know what? I'm going to put you on the wing. Let me analyze it in a certain way. Let me get the best out of you even more." And then when he went on front, he was even more lethal. So, end of the day, you've got to try something and analyze where things are going for you to like say, "You know what? Cool. Maybe this is your position now." Like, try it, bro. Don't harm anyone. But this manager's stubborn because he bought him. And now he's gambled on it, and now he's thinking, "Yo, you must." It's almost as if when you say to someone, "Right, okay, you need to get these these set of results in your exams here. But as a teacher, you're not teaching a different way of, let's say, I don't know. Let's say we're doing multiple multiplication, and you're not doing a different way for him to learn. Whose fault is it? Is it the student or is it the teacher? You haven't found a
It's
different way for
always
him
the
to teach
teacher.
and learn it. That's all it is. When you're
It's always the
teaching,
teacher.
you have to find a different way of learning. That's your job until he gets it right. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So, at the end of the day, the manager's not finding a different way of learning for Hoyland. He's just saying, you are a striker and that's where you're going to be. That's it. Simple. That's where you're going to be. But you can't keep being stubborn. Come on, man. You can't keep being stubborn like that, bro. Because we're going to lose out. And Broski, every single striker in the Premier League is scoring more goals than us. Like, it's getting embarrassing now, bro. It's actually getting embarrassing. No goals in 4 games, Rants. No goals in 4 games. No goals.
Yeah, but that's just
That's
our attackers,
madness.
bro. Like when you look at the individual performances as well, they're not good. You could argue that
Yeah, they're
Anthony's
not good. They're not
probably
good.
you could argue that Anthony's probably been our best attacker in
I
the
know,
last
in a
4
weird
games,
way.
bro.
In a weird way, he has.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's just because exactly, and that's just because he's messing up less than everyone else. It's not even because he's good.
Yeah.
He's just not as bad as everyone else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, that's where the bar is, bro. Like when you actually
Broski.
deep it, like that's where the bar is.
That's where the bar is, man. You get me? Like, I feel like in possession, yeah, he can be a bit tired until he gets to that final third. You know what I mean? You look at him, okay, he's keeping the ball, he's retaining possession. Then you're like, okay, when you get into the box, he does that stupid shot, yeah, that he did last season a few times and went in, yeah. But he keeps doing them shots. But then he made one cross to Hoyland. And this is the problem, man. Hoyland did not anticipate, he was not on his toes. And then he missed it. Apart from that, we didn't get anything else out of him. And did he not take him off as well? He tends to take off Anthony first as well.
Because he knows him, blood. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there you go. And he should have took off Garnacho.
Because he knows him, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Because he knows him, he'll take him off, bro. And the thing is with Anthony, like I said it a million times, it's like, cool. Fundamentally, he's not the worst player. His decision making's not good. And technically he does bozo things. But again, what are these guys working on with him in training? Because every time Anthony gets on the edge of the box, he crosses the ball out for a goal kick. All the time. Or he tries to shoot and it goes out for a goal kick. It's like, bro, you should be working on instilling something into his game that he can repeat again and again and again. Even if it means that we're getting 100 footballs and I'm playing that ball into Anthony on the right wing and he's getting the ball out of his feet and he's putting it into the box. Bro, if you need to do it 100 times every training session, we're doing it 100 times every training session. Like, bro, that's what we're doing.
I was watching Jermaine Defoe on Field Fellas last night, and he was like, yo, after training, I was shooting like 20, 30 minutes after everyone left. This is the problem that our players doing that nowadays. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if they stayed after training to work on it. I feel like now this got a divine right. You know what? I'm cool now. I'm made at United. You know what I mean? And everything's cozy. And the manager's made everything cozy for players, man. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I feel like players naturally now just don't work on their skill set. It's based on the athlete's game. You know, if you can be in tip-top condition and you're running and you track back and you do the bare minimum, but everything else is based on individual brilliance, man. That's what it is nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
But that's even more reason. But that's even more reason why these men should be working on the technical side of the game. Do you know what I mean? But they're not doing it. But if they were smart, they would realize, that, bro, because the game lacks so much technically now, it's like, if you're a good technical player, you can just elevate your game so high, bro. It's just like when you look at modern football right now, how many wide players can you think of that genuinely are good at taking players on? Most of them can't take players on no more. So it's like, bro, even if you just work on that and add that to your game, you put yourself in a whole nother price bracket in terms of salary and also transfers because you can do something no one else can do. Like, it's just one of them ones where the basic skills that we would expect from players, a lot of these men no longer have, bro. So it's just like, why would you not work more? You got more time. You get paid more than the players that used to play before you, bro. Them man genuinely worked harder, and didn't get paid as much. Now you're getting paid all this money. You got way more time. Like, sort it out, bro. Do you know what I mean? How are you a professional footballer and you can't cross a ball, bro? To me, it don't make sense.
But you know, even that 5 yard passes, bro. McTominay can't even do 5 yard passes. Bruno
Yeah.
Fernandes at his age still can't work in the system and be a good footballer. Like, what are we doing, man? You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I feel like these players have been programmed to be in a transition team, but now the manager's not even making it into his team now. I don't know what he's doing. Like, I genuinely don't know what the plan is for Ten Hag in terms of what he's trying to implement in this team, what he's trying to make us become. Like, if we could see a little bit of a something from Ten Hag, I don't think most of us would be Ten Hag out. But the problem is, we haven't seen anything from us to back him and be like, there's any
Nothing.
guidance, there's any direction. There's not been nothing. Against West Ham, I was bored to death. I fell asleep, bro.
Yeah,
I
it's
genuinely fell
horrible.
asleep.
The game was bad.
Horrible football.
The game was so bad, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And
He was drifting
like,
away from us, drifting
yeah,
away from us every single time. You get me? So,
horrendous. Like, man,
you know what
saying
I
there's
mean,
no
bro?
point doing 30 shots for Hoyland if he's getting one pass in 7 hours. But bro, what you got to realize is, yeah,
Yeah.
if as a striker, if you're not receiving the ball, it's your fault, bro. It's your fault. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yeah, there's multiple things you can do as a striker. The first
Yeah.
thing you can do is speak to the players that are supposed to be your supply line and tell them what you expect from them. Because I used to do it all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I used to say to
Well, there
them,
you go.
I say, yo, when you receive the ball here, like, look down the line, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Or I tell them, yo, play it into my feet. Especially when I'm playing with
Yeah.
people I'm not used to playing with. Because, bro, no matter what level you play at, even if I was to go kick ball on a Sunday randomly with a bunch of people I don't know, yeah, the first thing I'm telling these midfielders is, yo, this is how I like it. I like it into my feet,
That's how
innit?
I like it. Yeah, you always say it. I like it
play it
into
into
feet.
my feet, bro. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, bro,
yeah.
you make a habit of
Simple.
saying, yo, play it into my feet. Don't lump it, bro. If you see me, even if there's a man on me, pass me the ball, bro. It's cool. Like, you let man know that, yo, this is how I play the game, innit? Rasmus can either
I think
say
he's
to
being so soft
Garnacho,
with these, man, you know.
yeah, say to Garnacho or say to Anthony, yo, like, when you receive the ball, I'm going to make this run look for me. That's all you need to do.
They don't deserve the respect, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know why Hoyland's being too soft on these guys,
Yeah,
but
but
they don't
but he's
deserve
20
no
years
respect.
old. He's a little soft youth, blood, and the club's
Nah,
too
but
big for him. The club's too big for him
you know what it is,
bro,
though?
do you think, see when Zlatan came in, do you think that Zlatan, when he came in, he never
Yeah, no,
demanded the ball from people? He demanded it.
bro.
You know, like
He's
that, bro.
demanded it.
Listen,
Yeah, yeah.
you listen, in life, yeah, you have to take respect, you know. You know, like that, you have to take
Facts.
respect from people, bro. You can't just expect people to respect you because you're here. It's
Nah,
like,
nah,
nah,
nah, nah, nah,
bro.
nah, nah.
Respect is mine. I'm taking this.
Yeah.
You know, like that, I'm
But you
taking
know
this,
what's mad
yo.
though? Yeah, but my thing is, yeah, a lot of people, I get it, yeah, Hoyland, but I still think for me his movement is poor, man. He don't
It's
really look
horrible.
to receive the ball.
It's
You know what's
horrible.
mad, yeah? People can say what they want about Martial and that, but one thing when that ball goes into him, it at least sticks to him and it brings people into play. He knows when to kind of go, you know what?
Yeah, but
And people
also
say,
he
oh,
shows for it, bro. Because the thing is,
yeah, he
it's
chose
not a
for it. Yeah, yeah, no,
coincidence that
exactly.
the ball goes into Martial, because Martial knows, yeah, how to start behind the defender, run in front of the defender, pin them, and then show for the
Yeah,
ball. He'll pin them and
and
he'll be
then
like,
show
yeah,
for the
play
ball.
it, but he's got the guy pinned. Hoyland asked for the ball. He's not even set up to receive it. And then he's wrestling, yeah.
Yo,
He's wrestling with the defender while the ball's on the way into him. If you watch, that's why he ends up on the floor. If you watch, yeah, if you, as a striker, if you set your base before the ball's played, a player can't push you over. It's impossible.
that's what I'm
It's
saying. That's what
impossible,
I'm trying
because
to
if
say.
you're pinning him, yeah, and you're leaning into him and he's pushing into you, there's no way you should end up on your face. The only way you end up on your face is if you're trying to set while the ball's on the way in. Like, you're not set, bro. So why are you asking for the ball if you're not set? And that's what he does, and then he just gets bounced over. Like, we see it all the time. This guy's rolling around on the floor, and like the ball's on the way into him, and he's tussling with. Like, it's like, bro, what are you
Yeah.
tussling with?
But
It's
also,
crazy.
you got to understand, you've just got to look behind you a little bit, like glance, like, yo, okay, I know where he is now. And then when that ball comes in, I'm already one step ahead. I feel like he doesn't do that as well. I feel like, you know what it is, yeah? He's a good ball watcher. You know when they say ball watching? Like, yeah, no, but I'm being serious. Now. He just follows the ball, I think, with Hoyland. He follows the ball
Yeah.
too much. He don't really follow his own movement and what he's trying to do, and he's trying to gauge what other people are. He needs to assess the whole pitch. You got to be able to scan. The best players in the world, they scan, they read the game ahead. Tony Cruz, Cesc Fabregas, Paul Scholes. What do they do before they got the ball? Ronaldinho. They'd be like, right, one check, and then boom, they know what they're doing. They have to. Bro, I'm being serious,
But
man.
bro, what you got to understand is, you know, when you're talking about when you're talking about looking for players and scanning for players looking over your shoulder, bro, if you need to look over your shoulder in the first place, then you have to receive the ball on the move. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's all well and good looking over your shoulder and that, but bro, like if he's trying to focus on controlling the football, he shouldn't be receiving the ball standing still. And that's what Martial does very well. He
But you
goes
got
to
to
meet the
control.
ball. He goes to meet
Yeah,
the ball and he meets the ball on the move and then he touches the ball in a different direction or something like
yeah.
that. You should never be waiting for the ball to come to you. It like,
No,
especially
no, no,
when
no, no,
you're a
no, no.
striker and you know you can't see what's behind you. You don't wait. Do you know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
trying
And
to
this is the
say.
problem. He waits because when you wait for the ball, yeah, most of the time defender just comes through the back or they just step in front of you and nick it from you and you get caught on the
Looking
ball. You
from you.
have to be moving. The only
Yeah,
time
you have
you
to.
can really not move is when you can feel the defender and you've pinned him. Then it's like, all right, play
Yeah.
it. I've got him pinned. He can't go nowhere. But man just out here standing around, looking around like
Yeah.
this, thinking the ball's coming, and the man just step in and you
No,
look
but
like
the
an
thing is though
idiot.
with him though, with Hoyland though, he's already in the wrestling move before he's got the ball.
But
But
that's
the
the
problem is
problem.
you got two disadvantages. You got A, the defender on top of you licks the ball in front of you. The other one is a player on the opposition or the DM or whoever's there coming across and playing that ball because you're then waiting for that ball every single time.
Mm.
It's this you're at a disadvantage all the time. You've got to be able to anticipate that ball quickly, get to it, be proactive instead of being reactive and then go for it. Listen, I'm not trying to say he won't learn that or whatnot, but broski, we're just dealing with what we got right now, and that's the reality. You feel me? But I watched him at Atlanta, bro, and I didn't see any special qualities. That's why I was like, is it right that we buy a player like this guy right now? Is it right? And obviously, Ten Hag gambled and we paid that money for him and etc. etc. But I just feel like for me, there shouldn't be a situation where we can't criticize his movement because for me, you've got to be a striker always has to be proactive. Like reactive strikers don't get far in life, man. I don't know
No,
for me
100%.
any
You gotta
reactive
know what
strikers
you're
that
doing, yeah,
you know.
before you receive the ball, bro. And the thing is, yeah, it's like the reason why I said yeah as well because when Lukaku was here, it was very similar, but Lukaku was
Yeah,
stronger. Jose tried to use Lukaku as a target man, and
yeah,
Lukaku can't play as a target man because he can't play with his back to goal, innit? And neither can Rasmus. But the one thing Rasmus has, yeah, that Lukaku doesn't have is agility, bro. Like he's more
agility. Yeah,
agile,
yeah,
he's leaner. Play him on the wing, bro. Like I just
yeah,
do not understand why it's not common sense, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna play as a number 9, you have to be
yeah,
as comfortable, if not more comfortable, yeah, playing facing away from the goal than facing the goal. That's the reason why
yeah.
Rashford's not a striker and he can't play up front because he can't play facing away from the goal. If you can't play facing away from the goal,
Oh,
you should not be playing in the number 9 in the modern game because we don't play two strikers anymore. Back in the day, you used
but
to
who
have one
plays in there
striker
though?
that you used to play one striker that played back to goal, and you had one
Yeah,
striker that used to go long. You'd have your Heskey and your Owen. Do you know what I mean? You'd have
yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
Carew and your Bonlahor or whatever. Like, there's
Wallahi.
loads of different partnerships that you had, bro. Like, if you're gonna be the player that plays facing the goal, you have to play out wide. It's basic
Yeah.
common sense. I really don't understand how these men
The matter,
haven't
the thing is,
realized that this guy cannot play, yeah, as a 9 in the Premier League. Cool, you can do it in international football when it's not physical and you got loads of space, but the Premier League is a different ball game altogether. He ain't
it's
got it.
kettle of fish, man. It's a different kettle of fish, man. It's you know what, man. And like I said, the centre back saying that you think you can bully in the Italian league, bro. You got Zuma on you, man. You got
Mm.
athletes in this game. You know the ones there. You've got athletes at centre back now. They
The
might not
centre
be
backs
great,
he's
but they're
coming up
athletes.
against are all stronger than him, bruv. All of them.
Yeah, they're all stronger than him. These guys are failed right backs that have turned into centre backs. You know what I mean, bro? Them man are failed CDMs that have gone into centre backs. Like this
Facts.
is what happens in the game, bro. Like and it's dog eat dog out there, man. This is why I
Mm.
think you know what the number 9 position has become a graveyard. But there's a reason why. I think Vego spoke last week. He said, "Yo, listen, I had to come in the pockets. I had to do the little 10 roll. I had to just, you know what I mean, be different because I knew I wasn't getting anything up front. So I said to the manager and whatnot, and we found a way for Rashford then to thrive. So
Mm.
how the manager hasn't seen that and how the manager's not thinking, but the whole structure of our game is just awful, man. Midfield awful, defensively awful. You get me? Every single thing about United right now is awful. There's no structure to what we do. So we can go and get the best striker in the world. He'll be failing at Man United as well because this manager don't know how to make us better structurally. Like he don't. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's no pattern to what we do. There's no framework. There's nothing. It's just literally
bro. And
go
all
out
the
there
talk is, oh
and you
yeah,
know
about
what?
what players are gonna come back and what players are gonna come back. And I remember,
Get out of here, man.
I remember the Postecoglou interview, and it absolutely killed me, bruv. When Ten Hag was catching strays, and he's right. He said, "Listen, I see all
Yo,
the time managers saying I want to play this football, I want to play that football, but I don't have the players. Just do it, mate. You know, like that. Man said, just do it.
yeah,
You don't need to wait to have certain players to play a certain way. You don't. You just play that way. Do you know what I'm saying? If the players aren't good enough, then at least we know what players aren't good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you can coach players into doing a certain thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
yep,
it's funny. Remember before, remember when Ten Hag first came, everyone was like, oh yeah, he's gonna try and turn Iqbal into his Frankie de Jong. Remember all that chat.
mm,
Remember all that chat. They said, oh, like he's gonna try and turn
mm,
Iqbal into his Frankie de Jong, and that 2-2's Iqbal got sold. You know, like, this guy ain't trying to turn
mm.
nothing into nothing. The guy's been in survival mode since he came to the club, because 2 games in,
Bro,
he abandoned everything that he was about, hung on for his life, won a trophy. Do you know what I'm saying? He's an absolute chicken, bruv. That's just what it is. He bottled it. He's
yeah,
bottled. He's bottled his whole United tenure. He's bottled it. Like, when he gets
bottled it.
sacked, he can look himself in the mirror and say, literally, it didn't work out at United. Yeah, I didn't even impose
Yeah,
myself.
yep.
I didn't even impose
Facts,
myself.
100%. Yeah, 100%, bro. You know what I mean? And like I said, yeah, the idea, the notion that he couldn't play Ten Hag way, he's bottled it with himself as well. He should be disappointed with himself, because at the end of the day, he's allowed players that aren't even that great, yeah, and you're putting your faith in them, man, to play a
Mm.
style of play that really isn't. You know what I mean? Like, it is, bro. He waffles in press conferences.
Mm-hmm.
He says that, oh, I can't play this style. He goes on like certain players that his players and then drops them. You get me? He brought in certain man and don't play him on the pitch. Everything about this manager, honestly, he's a walking contradiction. He's literally a walking contradiction. So I don't believe anything he says. And this idea that, oh, United can get better, bro, we're gonna get worse and worse, man. Like, literally
Facts.
every single thing. Yeah, we go one step further and we go about 5 steps back. That's been Ten Hag's reign. One
Yep.
step forward, 5 steps back. That's what literally Man United are. You know what I mean? They'll believe you. Everyone, well, not me and you, but everyone's like, oh, but United, yeah, we got this win here. We got this draw at Anfield. That means the players are behind him. And he gets smacked up next week. How does that make sense? You know what I mean,
Bro.
bro?
But this is the amazing thing about the situation. It's kind of like,
He's conned everyone,
how a
man.
man how a man still how's man still supporting this manager? Because we know the players aren't. We know the players aren't.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, even the Varane situation, yeah. Varane trained all week and they didn't play in the last game. And it's just like, bro, like, you see, when players are really, really playing for a manager, you'll play with a runny nose, blood. You'll play with a cough.
Bro,
You know, like
you play
that.
with
Like, come
anything.
on, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you'll play ill for a manager. Like, you will. That man seen
You
it,
know what
bro.
it is,
I
though?
remember, bro.
Yeah,
Brother, I remember seeing Patrice Evra throwing up on the pitch for Man United. I don't know if you man
yeah, yeah.
remember that.
Facts.
Man,
Yeah, yeah.
man
I
was
remember. I
throwing
remember.
up on. He was throwing
Yeah,
up
yeah.
on the pitch, bro. A man got up and continued to play, cuz. You know,
Continue.
like that. When you're playing for a manager that you believe in, yeah, and you want to be somewhere, bruv, a little cough ain't stopping you from playing, bro. Like, there's man in this chat right now that will roll up here with the flu to kick ball on Sunday with your brethren because you want to be there.
Yep.
Because you
100%.
want to
But
be
you got
there.
to remember as well. You got to remember as well, yeah. These players also don't want to be the reason why we lost in it as well. So
Yeah.
they're looking at it from a point of view of Varane. He knows. You know what it is, yeah. You can forgive, but you don't forget. You feel me? So Varane's
Facts.
knowing that day when you dropped me for tactical reasons, but all of a sudden when we got an
Yeah.
injury crisis, yeah, you really want me? Nah, 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 nah. I ain't going above and beyond for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going above and beyond for you. So you could talk about, oh, Varane leader, and we're gonna bring him in for Bayern Munich. Yeah, cool,
Mm.
cool. Bayern Munich, it just puts me on the map. I don't mind playing that. You get me?
Yep.
Champions League football, it puts me on the map. I don't mind playing that. But the reality is, when you need me on a random Saturday, yeah, I might just have this one off, mate. You know, I
Yeah,
might just
that's
be
it.
injured.
Nah, this is long.
You know what I mean? I might
100%.
be ill. You get me?
No, 100%. And this is exactly what it is. So when people are saying, oh, yeah, that the players are behind the manager, a lot of these man ain't behind the manager. Like someone said, Martial's been ill for 3 weeks. The funny thing about this season for
Facts.
Tony is Tony's been fit. He's actually been fit for the whole season. But he's either been ill or he just hasn't really played. You know, like that. And then you look at Cass, I know for a fact Casemiro could have got back quicker if he really wanted to. Because his thing was just like, bro, like I see you in January,
He's like,
man.
when
Them,
am I gonna
innit?
see the
Can enjoy my
P45?
Christmas with my family, bro. Do you know what I'm
Go,
saying?
listen,
Because when
trust
players
me,
are
man.
injured and you're hearing bare chat about them leaving the club, that tells you that they're chatting to their agent. They're not happy with what's going on and they're taking it
Yeah,
easy, bro. That's all it is. That's all it
yeah.
is. It's
And I'm
nothing
going
more
above and
than that.
beyond. But when you, like I said to you, when it was Fergie or when it's a manager that you like, yeah, you go above and beyond. Say, right, I'm gonna go back
Facts.
with this rehab. I'm gonna go even more intense. I'm gonna even more hard, and I'm gonna even come like I'm gonna come quick as I can. But like I said, bro, there's no rush. Because what are you rushing on? You won't even play. He told Casemiro, I wanted to play more football. What did he say? I wanted to play football. Well, that's disrespectful to a guy who's won everything and been at that place. You can't really say that to a guy like
Bro,
that.
you can't,
And that's what I'm saying to you.
that relationship can't be repaired after he's done that.
Broski, man. You
It
said it
can't
in
be
the public
repaired.
as well.
It
You said it
cannot
in
be
public.
repaired. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, like, bro, if you see the kind of man that that Casemiro is, yeah, that them things there, he won't forget those, bro. Like
You can't go on with that.
Casemiro's, bro, like he's a henchman, bro. Casemiro at Real Madrid was out here kicking down man, yeah, and he's done the same thing at Man United. That's him.
Yeah.
That's who he is as a
Yeah.
person, bro. Do you think you could disrespect this
Facts.
guy publicly, yeah, like that, and think that the relationship's repairable? It's not repairable because you've dissed me in public, so now you need to apologize in public.
Facts. You know
That's
what I
what you
mean?
need. That's what you need to do.
But the manager won't do that though. He's just got this idea of, well, every player this and you know what I mean. He tries to group every player like they're together. Come on, man. You can't be grouping players and be like they're the same as Casemiro and Varane. Come on, man. You've got to be able to treat them. I'm not saying treat them differently, but you've got to have a little bit of a level of respect, didn't you feel me? Like you can't just be throwing around them kind of words and be like, oh, tactics and that. Come on, man. This guy that's played in multiple Champions League finals. You can't be using. As I'm saying to you, man, it's not about what you say; it's about how you say it as well. Why are you saying it before a game like that? When the whole world's watching, and the next week, oh, Varane might be really washed. You're setting a narrative.
Bro, everyone was
Oh,
saying Varane was washed, bro. They were saying sell him, bro. All of a sudden, 2 man of the match back-to-back performances. What, Varane's not washed no more? They said the same thing about Casemiro, but then everyone we played in that 6th position has been absolutely drowning, bro.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And then Amrabat's a fraud now because he played in the same role and he couldn't do it, bro. Like, listen, Amrabat's had some decent games as of late, yeah? He's not the problem either. Because with a good manager, he can do a job.
There you go.
He can do a
There you
job.
go.
We never thought that Amrabat was an absolute world beater, but bro, he's good at breaking up play. He's good at breaking up
Yep.
play. We could play a midfield with him and
Facts.
Casemiro with a more attacking midfielder, and we'd be cash, bro. He's not the problem.
He's not the problem, bro. But again, like I said to you, you know what I mean? McTominay's goals are a reason why United, broski. I don't give a shit if McTominay
Since
scores 20
McTominay
goals
stopped
this season.
scoring, yeah, what has he offered us, bro? He's been our worst player in
Broski.
nearly every game, even the games that he scores in.
But the thing is, though, people don't realize he's become a problem regardless of how many goals he scores. Like his goals can be substituted by players who are technically better and offers more in midfield. So if you have a double pivot of Casemiro and Mainoo, but you then score less goals, but you still won the game, but you control the game better, rather than losing 2-0, then winning 3-2. And then you kind of like, well, hold on a minute, that really hasn't shown us anything, and we suffered. We don't want to see suffering football, bro. Like nobody's here to be suffered while watching football. You want to be winning the game comfortably. And McTominay, for me, like I said to you, he's him, Rashford, Bruno. These guys will never let Man United play. They're enemy of they play against us. Let's be real. Them man, yeah, they might score you them crucial goals, yeah, but they play against you because they give the ball away. They're not tied in possession. They don't have that game intelligence. They play against you. So don't. This is what I'm trying to say. Eventually, Man United fans have got to realize these guys aren't for us. And if you want to move on and be a proper football team, you've got to get rid of these players. Or at least, if they want to stay, they're squad players. Simple. If you want to stay, squad. But you ain't the first team. We've got to separate that idea of who's a first team player and who's a squad player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So I'm just tired of these guys, bro. That think, yeah, but McTominay scores goals, and what are the other midfielders doing? Yeah, but they don't score goals, but at least they're midfielders. I don't want my midfielder scoring goals. I'll be real with you. It's a bonus for me for a midfielder to score goals. A
Bro, listen,
midfielder,
listen.
Tony
No
Cruz,
manager in
man.
the history of football, buys a midfielder to score goals. We
But
don't like, bro.
there you
Like, you
go.
don't buy
There you
midfielders
go.
to score goals, bro. You buy a midfielder, and you'll say, you know what? If you can chip in with a certain amount of goals, that's great. But you
Yeah,
buy a midfielder
happy
to do
days.
midfield things, bro. Like scoring goals is not in the job description of a midfielder. That's why goal scoring midfielders are such a rarity. That's the reason why people put Lampard above Gerrard and Scholes, even though he's nowhere near them, because they point to his goal record. That's
Yeah.
why.
Goal record.
That's why, bro. It's a
Yeah.
rarity. It is a rarity to have a midfielder that scores consistently a high number of goals, because ultimately that's not their job. Ultimately, that's not their job. You know what I'm saying? But it's not in the job description, bro. You know, like that. It's just like if you get a gal, blood, and what, she plays PS5 and that. It's a bonus, blood. Man don't say, oh, you know what, my gal has to play FIFA and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Furthermore, if your gal plays FIFA, you need to ask why she plays FIFA, blood. What man she was playing FIFA with, cuz. You know what I'm saying? That's a red flag, rude boy. You know, like that. But I'm just saying, you know, like that. It's crazy. You don't go shopping for a midfielder for goals.
No, you don't. That's what I'm trying to say. You get me? Like, I want my midfielder to do midfield things. You get me? If they can pass, I want them to pass. I want them to have that vision. I want them to be technically secure. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and this is what I'm trying to say in terms of midfielders now. It's
These
like
are basic
that
things, though.
player.
Technical security
Yeah.
is a basic thing. The most technically secure players on the pitch are meant to be the midfielders, bro. They're supposed to be the guys that control the game.
But even Iniesta, when you look at Iniesta, man, he didn't get that many assists, you know, that people think he did,
Nope.
yeah? But
Nope.
people still regard him as one of the greatest midfielders that we've ever seen.
Yep.
You see what I mean? Because they were they impacted the game so much by their forward thinking, their technical security, their vision, their way of playing, their dribbling. Like they were just like they were built different, bro. So this is why I'm like, yo, man, like it's not always about the GA guys, man. For a midfielder, his important role is to make that midfield tick and make sure we are secure in what we do. It's almost like the foundation for me of the team. Like that midfield there, if you don't have the foundation set, your house is just gonna crumble, man. Everything's gonna crumble down. You know what I'm saying, bro? And that's been the bane of United's career for so long. Look at Paul Pogba, the way he had to play that midfield with Scrubs.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
bro, he played with scrubs, and the funny thing is, all the man, that disrespected him and underappreciated him. Look at the midfield now. You would kill for one.
Oh man,
You would kill for a Pogba. There'll never be another midfielder like Paul Pogba, probably ever again, because the way the game's going, players just don't have, the players just don't have that talent anymore. They just don't have it. Do you know what I mean? This guy has got a generational gift. A generational gift for a 6'3" player to have feet like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's another reason. Segueing into
bro, it's
the thing that I saw some quotes from Ratcliffe when they kind of asked him about Greenwood, and he just basically said, listen, this guy is one of the best young talents in world football, and we'll see what we can do. Like, if they can, he'll try and bring him back.
Yeah. No,
and bro, he has to do everything. He has to move heaven and earth to bring him back, bro. You know, like that. He has to move heaven and earth to bring him back.
You got to remember, they didn't deal with the situation the way Man United dealt with it in that kind of way. So they're going to have their own vision, their own way of playing. And like I said to you, man, if he goes to Real Madrid or Barcelona for a top fee and he goes there and shells it, you know what I mean? Because we know
he's still under contract with us until 2026, I think.
2026? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they'll be looking at it thinking, you know what? Because now they've got a different football structure, they'll think in a different way. So I feel like for me they'll keep him, man. I don't see them selling him, to be honest with you. I think they'll keep him, man, because you got to remember it's a new kind of regime technically with the new football structure, and they'll be thinking, right, we can't really be selling him because he's a prize asset.
And also, we're not going to get the money that we deserve for him either, so it doesn't make sense. Like he's a £100 million player in the modern game.
You won't get that.
You can't replace him. Exactly, we're not going to get more than 40 mil for him. That's why it's not worth selling him.
No.
It's not worth selling him just because we're never going to get his true value. It's an L if we get rid of him. It's an L immediately. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to get the money that he's worth. And also, even though it's 100% profit, it's an L. You're better off keeping him, taking the 5 minutes of backlash, because it's only going to be 5 minutes. That's what it will be. The first couple games of the season, they might boo him. He'll score a few goals. Everyone will stop booing him. That's what
fans will
happens.
take
They boo
over.
you, and then when you keep
Yeah.
scoring, and then they realize that it's not affecting you, they'll stop. Like, this is what football fans will do. They'll keep booing. Yeah, you slap one in the top corner and all of that, and it's just like, yeah, cool, that's it. Yeah, say no more, say no more. All of a sudden, man, not booing no more.
Mm.
Do you know
You know
what I
what it
mean?
is? Like I said to you, man. I think when, especially when you look at the current crop of attackers as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why when I see him do what he's doing and that, and I'm looking at our forwards and I'm like, broski, man, it's night and day, man. It's just, bro, our forward line is just trash, man. And like I said, Sancho's not there as well. You get me? Like, this manager needs to. That's what I'm saying. Even the Sancho knew as well. This is how mad it is, yeah. Sancho,
I
there's a
think
reason
that he
why he's not
stays, you know?
Centurion, man, as well. Yeah, of course, man. Bro, if the manager goes, ain't mad. Sancho's coming back, man. Are
Yeah.
you crazy, bro? Are you crazy? Because at the end of the day, yeah, you've got a fresh start again. You know, when you got a fresh start in life again, it's always thinking, you know what? Maybe let me see what I go on with this. Let me see if this is all
Yeah,
right.
bro. I want to see him
So,
with a chip on his shoulder, bro. That's what I want to see, because I think that we'll see the best football from him. You know what I'm saying? We'll see
but
the
there you
best
go.
football from him when he's playing with a point to actually prove in it. And it's one
Yep.
of them ones where they've basically all but said that there's going to be no winter transfers with Ineos and that. So like no one's coming in January.
No one's coming in.
Hopefully no one leaves as well, bro.
No.
I think Sancho stays, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
think that, bro,
Because
this might
they
be the manager's
technically,
last game today, because I swear
yeah,
down.
bro. I hope so. Bro, technically, I think they don't start until February in terms of their
Yeah,
kind of
they
active
don't,
date.
but they'll be
Yes,
involved.
that means, yeah, so that means then what we won't get it. And I don't want to get any transfers. I'll be real with you, man, yeah. I don't want any signings in January because for me,
Squad's too
the
big. We need
old
to be getting
regime that's
rid of
still there,
players, blood. Yeah.
rid of players, and we also need to get rid of this manager. And he cannot ask for any more players because this guy has brought in scrubs at this football club. Yeah, he has brought in absolute scrubs at him. You know, so for me, I don't want to be seeing those short-termisms and anything like that. Let's keep because the season's done anyway, man. I don't think we're reaching top four with this manager anyway. So for me, don't just play what we've got to do to the end of the season. If we get top four, we get top four. But at least next season's a clean start with a new manager. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the season's done anyway, bro, with this manager. So you get me, like it's just
No,
yeah, man, it's long.
no, 100%. And guys, I don't know if you saw. I can't lie, it really pissed me off, bro. I don't know if you saw the comments from Roy
Trump.
Keane about Kobe Mainoo, blood, after the
What did he say?
after he made the mistake, bro. I don't know, bro. Like I felt like Keane was just trying to pile on after the Utes made the mistake, innit? He's made the mistake for the goal. We are gonna lose the game anyway, you know, like that. And
Bro,
he made like comments about when he watches him previously and how he takes too many touches and that. And I was thinking, bro, this guy's a waste, man. You know, I actually
bro.
rated Paul Scholes for
So he
kind of
wants to see
saying,
Midfielder McTominay.
bro,
He
listen,
wants to
but
see
this is
McTominay.
but this is what I'm saying, bro. Like the reason why, yeah, I rate Scholes, because Scholes in that instance was like, listen, he was playing really well. Like he made a mistake,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. He had a solid game, you know, like that. And Keane was like, oh yeah, kind of insinuating that he saw it coming because he takes too many touches in dangerous areas. And it's like, bro, you're an idiot, fam.
Oh
Like
my God,
that's
man.
literally the first mistake the Utes made. Yeah, we were losing anyway. He's such a good footballer, bruv. You know, like that. And it's like, so that just tells me
But
that
that's
you
the
just
listen.
don't. No, but that's not. No, but it just tells me, yeah, that you just don't like the way he plays, bruv. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
simple,
That's what it tells me, because when you're saying he takes too many touches, Kobe Mainoo, yeah, 9 times out of 10 plays with no more than 3 touches. So for Roy Keane to turn around and say that he takes too many touches in dangerous areas, yeah, all that shows me is that this brother's got mad confidence that he wants the ball. Do you know what I mean? Even in areas that other players don't want the ball, we should be lauding that. We should be celebrating that in a game where we've got people like McTominay that don't want the ball under pressure, Bruno that doesn't want the ball under pressure, and a player that actually wants the ball under pressure, you are criticizing. The same thing happened
But
with
also
Pogba.
Rants,
The same thing happened
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Pogba.
yeah.
And the same thing happened with Fred as well, yeah, because Fred didn't have the technical ability of Kobe or Pogba, but he always wanted the ball in dangerous areas.
Yeah,
And to
show for the
me,
ball.
as a coach, yeah, when I see players showing for the ball, even when they're under pressure, it shows me that they're confident in their ability, and I like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't like players that hide, bro. There's nothing worse in
No,
football
nothing worse.
than players that don't want the ball, blood. It's, you know what I mean? Because you kill the man on the ball. Like, as soon as I got my foot on the ball, I should have at least 2 or 3 options at all times. At all
Facts.
times. Like, man that don't want the football is crazy. So when he's saying, oh, like, he takes too many touches in dangerous areas, it's like, bro, he's in them dangerous areas. He wants the ball. He's confident. He's a young player. He made one mistake. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One mistake. And all of a sudden, you saw it coming because he takes too many touches. It's like, bro, just analyze the game that's in front of you and stop talking rubbish.
But you know what it is though? You got to remember, yeah, Rants, yeah. This is why it kind of different. Yo, big up Grizz in the chat, man. But you know what it is? What it differentiates as well is the fact that Paul Scholes sees the game differently as well to a Roy Keane who was
But
more of a. I'm not saying
Scholes played in a similar kind of role.
Similar role.
Yeah.
Exactly. Scholes playing in a similar role, so he's going to appreciate that side of the game. Whereas Roy Keane would rather prefer McTominay running around, show a bit of passion and that.
Yeah, and kicking people. Some nonsense.
You know what I mean? And that, bro, I'm tired of that mentality, bro. I'd be like, oh yeah, but he runs around. Bro, allow it, innit? Like what Mainoo is doing, yeah, in that midfield. And by the way, yeah, can we just also not blame Mainoo, yeah, for being actually someone who was brave to do that in that position when he's got nobody around him. If you look at the picture, there's a picture on social media going around here, and it shows you where Bruno and McTominay were. They were literally about flipping
miles away from him. Miles away from him.
So I'd rather be questioning why them two are all over there, and the manager has allowed that to happen, rather than a guy who's actually saying, you know what, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here, and most of the time it works well for him. You get me? And we don't want to stop him doing that.
Hell no, we don't.
Saying, you know what? Well, that's what I'm saying to you. We're just going to be like, oh, you know what? Let him kick the ball out like Bruno does and spam it cross. Bro, no. I want a midfielder to be trying that as much as he can, because you know why? End of the day, that's what midfielders should be doing. He should be able to take that risk. He should be able to maneuver his body around. And West Ham, they pressed. We should be actually congratulating them for pressing a midfield like Kobe Mainoo, because it shows you the levels of Kobe Mainoo.
But also, it shows you tactically, Man United ain't getting it right, bruv. Because at the end of the day, like Kobe Mainoo was an option. McTominay and Bruno were not options to receive the ball because them man were out the camera shot. And this is the thing, like the form it is the system, but also it's the tactical ill discipline of both McTominay and Bruno. Yeah. They both want to get forward and score goals. That's what they want to do. They've got no interest in the initial build-up of the game. And the problem with that is, if you don't have it, then it's just a gap. It's just a gap. And it's all well and good when you have the ball, but the problem is, you're a tactical risk in transition, because when you lose the ball, if you're not behind the ball, and your team loses the ball, now you got to get back. Who's getting back when both of them men are so high up the ball? They're so high up the pitch. How are you getting back? And this is the problem. It's all right to play a certain system, but when your team has the ball, you have to drop in, receive the ball, you have to build, and then you make that run late. Why is your starting position so high up the pitch? Because we were playing out from our goalkeeper. So why is your starting position as a midfielder so high up the pitch when our goalkeeper's got the ball?
But they brought Onana in though. Why did you bring Onana then if you haven't got the midfield in front of you to kind of be like, all right, we're playing out from the back, and then everything's going to be measured in it. You feel me? That's what you do when you have a keeper. If you've got David De Gea there, you can then lump it long and then find the guys who are high up the pitch. But you said when we bring in Onana, we're going to do everything in a systematic way, and we're going to do everything in a measured way. That's what you said.
Yeah, but if you're going to play out from the back, that also means that you're going to play through the midfield. How can you play through the midfield with two attacking, not even eights? I would say they're both playing as tens. How can you play through the midfield with one midfielder, bro? That makes no sense.
Let's just call it as that.
That makes no sense.
Strikers.
Bro, how do you play through the midfield with one player, Saeed? You can't play through the midfield with one midfielder. So what we should really be doing is, you're right, we should just be hoofing it up to Højlund and then let McTominay and Bruno get the second balls. Because why are we playing out from the back? Why are we playing out from the back? For what?
You tell me, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. That's why this manager needs to go. This is why this manager needs to go, because he's incapable of understanding what benefits this team. And now he's becoming, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like sometimes, and I said it before, I was Ten Hag out. He's Ten Hag out himself. He wants to get sacked. He definitely wants to sack himself.
He looks like he's given up.
He's given up, bro. Man's on the touchline. You know when he does that?
Yeah,
Man,
he's just
on
sitting there.
the
Man's
side,
getting smoked, and he's just there nodding his head on the side.
nodding his head. And I'm like, broski, allow it, innit? And then he comes out after the game, goes, we controlled the game, we dominated the game, and
We just couldn't score.
it was only, oh, bro, listen, man. Yo, listen, if that's your analysis, yeah, on how the game has been played, we've got no hope, you know. I genuinely, bro, we've got no hope in this game. I'm just tired of this guy, man. I'm tired of this guy. Get him gone, man. And like I said,
Nah,
Villa, we're
it's
losing tonight,
crazy.
man. We ain't winning tonight. We ain't winning tonight. No way.
I can't do it. Well, we're not winning, but where is it? Is it ours or theirs?
It's not ours, yeah, ours.
We're
But
not
we've got a
winning,
shit
but
record
do
anyway
you
at
know what
home.
I'm saying? Yeah, we're not winning, but bro, I don't know, bro. It could be a draw. Like Villa went and flopped. They went and flopped their last game. They should have won
But
at
in the big
home.
6 games, though, they've been good, though. The big six
Yeah,
games,
they
they've been
have. They
Tottenham
have.
away,
Tactically,
they've
they
been
can set
Chelsea.
up well against teams that come and play, innit?
Yeah, you see what I mean? But when they have to go and play, that's when they get found out. You feel me? So
Mm.
I don't know, man. I can't lie to you, man. I can't see us winning. We ain't scored in 4 games, bro. So where the goals coming from? You know what I mean, bro? Like
Bro,
I don't even know
if
where the
he
goals coming from.
starts, yeah, 17 again tonight ahead of Rashford, I don't know, blood. Like, fam, try something different. I swear. Like, if it's the same front three of him, Hoyland, and Anthony, forget about it, man. Because that front three, bro,
Yeah.
that front three is crazy. I can't lie. There's no goals in that front three whatsoever.
And they got
None
goals as
whatsoever.
well. Diaby, Watkins, Bailey. You know,
Yeah,
I'm trying to say
Watkins is
they
gonna
got
cause us
bare man there.
problems, especially if Varane's not playing as well. Yeah, Varane's not
Yeah,
playing. Yeah, man
exactly.
can't play the little young you again at centre back against Watkins. Watkins gonna dog walk him. I can't lie
Nah,
because
broski.
Watkins is
Yeah,
way
nah,
too
that's what I'm saying.
mobile. Watkins
Yeah,
way
yeah.
too
They'll
mobile and
play Varane and
energetic.
Evans. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but Varane's not
Depends
back.
if Varane is back. Well, there you go then. So it'll
The
be
manager
probably
said
that
he's not
kid
back.
and Evans. So it'll be that kid and Evans and so
Flip.
yeah, yeah,
It's not
man.
the one. It's not the one. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
Like,
$100%.
what's your predictions for the game anyway?
I've gone for 2-1 Villa. 2-1 Villa, bro. I don't think we're
Jesus,
winning this. Yeah, I don't think we're winning
Jesus.
this, bro. Broski, I've got no hope with this manager.
I
My
hear
hope
you.
is gone.
I
My
hear
hope
you.
is gone, bro. I went West Ham. I said I thought we'd nick a 1-0 win. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know them little scumbaggery kind of like 1-0 win and that. I thought, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Bruno get a win and that, bro. I just said, you know what? Yeah, they'll win it. They're winning, bro. Yeah, but so I don't know, man. I just think for me, the writing's on the wall for this guy, man.
Oh,
He's done soon, man.
for sure
Good
it is,
evening.
man.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
looking forward to seeing. I'm looking to seeing the changes, bro. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I'm looking forward to seeing the changes still. At the club, and I think that they're coming soon. I think they're coming soon, bro. Because, bro, if this guy loses today, I think he's gone.
Yep.
I think he's gone.
Facts.
You know, like that. I think it's nailed on that he's gone because the people will be there. The people then will be watching. Not only would they be watching this game, but don't think they haven't been watching every single game, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when you're about to invest
Yep.
that kind of money into a club, bro, you're not missing a game. These men would have been watching every game. They would have been making up their mind about what they think and what needs to go. And if Ratcliffe really is a Man United fan, he would know that this manager has got us in the worst run, since we got relegated, fam. So man, I have
Yep.
to get him out of it.
Facts.
Like it's a
Get him out, man.
no-brainer. It's a
Get him gone.
no-brainer.
Bring whoever you need to bring in. I don't care who it is in terms of that's not my style. You get me? The Jim Ratcliffe here's come and they said he'll fix it, innit? That's what I heard from all these fans, innit? Jim will fix it. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
use that
bro.
slogan, innit? You know what I mean?
But you know what
I'm
the
gonna use that
wickedest thing
slogan
is?
on them,
When
man.
we wanted the Qataris, Bear Man was saying,
Yes.
we want to keep United in Manchester and doing the Brexit thing. And now they got what they wanted, they're complaining. This is what I mean, Saeed. These
complain
men
that,
are never
oh,
going to be happy.
But that's what I'm saying. They complain that I now don't really want to buy into the football structure. Well, now here I am. Let's bring the football structure in. I welcome it, but all of a sudden now we can't use that slogan on you, man. So yeah,
Yeah.
man, bro, listen, bun them, man, bun them, man,
100%.
bun them, man.
Big up you lot. Man's back for the watch along tonight. You already know. I think we're kicking
Come
off at
on,
8, aren't we? So I'm gonna be here
yeah,
from
yeah,
around.
yeah.
So I'll be here from about 7:30. People, you already know the thing. Obviously look out for Saeed's fan cam after the game because he's gonna be at the game.
Come on,
And subscribe to
come
his
on,
channel
bro.
as well. The link is in
Come
the
on,
title, bros. Congrats as well, 80K and that.
yeah, man. Come on, man. We're here, man. We need, bro. Like I said to you, man. Rants is gonna get his 100K. Lee Gunner and then me, bro. The
Bro,
three ones that went
2024, we're
against the
getting that
grain.
100. We're getting that 100K.
Yeah, yeah. 100%, bro. So like I said, man, it was slower than we expected, but that's what happens in it when you're true and you're real to yourself, innit? You get me? Like it comes when it comes,
It's
it
all
comes.
about the
But
engagement,
uh,
man. Forget the numbers, bro. Do
facts,
you know what I'm saying? There's bear
facts.
man with more numbers than man. Yeah, they don't have the engagement that man has. Do you know what I'm
Well, how
saying?
much you got live right now? 2.2K, is it? You
Yeah.
know what I mean, broski? Certain channels that have higher subscribers than you, they ain't
Bruv,
getting them
listen,
numbers, bro.
listen. There's channels that have got 4 or 5 times the subs that man's got, yeah, and my live streams
Mm,
outdoes theirs. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. You get me? When we get the
exactly.
100K, it's gonna be the most highly concentrated 100K. It's all about recurring viewers, people coming back for the top quality content that they got. You know them ones,
Facts.
and
Now, big up to
that's
the
just
real
all it
ones in the
is.
chat, man. Big
You
up,
get
man.
me? So yeah, bro. 2024 is the year, bro. All the man them are gonna hit the 100. You get me? So yeah,
Come on,
man. You lot make sure
come
you
on.
subscribe to Saeed's channel, and yeah, man. I'm gonna see you guys back here for the watch along in a bit, people.